never said this on my YouTube channel or to any of my friends, but my favorite game of all time is Kingdom Hearts. You probably know that the series where Donald Duck talked with Cloud Strife, and the fact that it's mixing Final Fantasy characters with Disney. Yeah, it's pretty amazing, I know. And it's maybe even more famous to have the most convoluted storyline ever, which is guys, it's soon going to be more advanced than quantum physics. I'm not kidding, that's like a legit thing. But still, it's hard to understand the fact that this game actually got this popular. Besides, it's pretty understandable that this game got this popular and this weird of a concept. But still, surprisingly, this game made some of video game history's most powerful characters. But this is very shocking because, as we said, this is Disney and Final Fantasy characters. How can that be a so strong combo? Very strong. So today, and since we love strong characters, we're today going to talk about how strong they actually are. But we need first a chosen character that, of course, is going to talk about this. And of course, we only have one character we can choose. And that is, of course, our main character, Sora. The hero of the story, the boy that actually leaves the island because it's consumed with darkness and he needs to find his friends and meets up with Donald and Goofy that's trying to fucking make it, and they understand that Riku is actually evil, then Riku turns out not be evil but possessed, and then it's Maleficent and Scar, and Maleficent is the strongest evil. It's just so convoluted that it's ridiculous. It's so advanced of a storyline. But still, we need to figure out exactly how strong there is today. Before we start this to talk about exactly how strong Sora is, we first need to figure out what sort of universe we are in, what sort of gaming universe, the scale of the universe. And because we need to figure out exactly how much destructive power this guy has in his bare hands, or in his keyblade, of course, that's also another thing. But anyway, if we want to find out how big this universe are, we can look at hints we are given through the game. For example, in the Ansem report. In the Ansem report, it said that they call this universe the outer world, or just straight up world, which in Japanese culture is mostly referred to in the universe or a multiverse, meaning that we're highly likely not in each planet, but we're highly likely in a universe. But is it really in a universe? Well, let's take this even a step further. Because even though it might be in like a planets and universes, it's a lot of things that hinting about this actually being in a multiverse. For the first, the Zeus, the guardian of the sky and pretty much of all the stars in the universe, has no idea about the fact who we are as the player character, Donald Goofy, or the fact that it's other worlds out there. In other words, even though he apparently is the king of all the stars, he has no idea the fact that it's other things outside of the universe. Highly likely suggesting that it's more at Hercules' universe is the only thing he's guarding over, and it's multiple other. Also, in Little Stitch's world, the villain there, if you even want to call him the villain, is actually claiming that he is the guardian of the universe. But he still has no idea, and we have never seen him guarding anything else than the Little Stitch universe. Meaning that this is one separate universe, and Hercules is another universe, and Nightmare Before Christmas is now another universe, and Aladdin is another one, and Pinocchio and Ariel and Peter Pan and Winnie the Pooh, and all those are different universes. Meaning that we cannot figure out the fact that this is highly likely an infinite multiverse, or just straight up a multiverse with multiple universes in it. Boom! That was that done. Now we can actually start figuring out exactly how strong he is. Now that we have figured out what sort of scale the multiverse is in, now we finally figure out how strong Sora is, comparing it to his own universe, or more precisely what sort of scale his multiverse is in. So one of Sora's strongest feats is the fact that he was able to battle Xehanort, that was in his goat form, long story, and he had the Keyblade, or it was the ultimate key, but more precisely the X-Blade, or it goes in along many names. That gave Xehanort access to the Kingdom Hearts. That's why it's known as! Alright then, but that's why Kingdom Hearts is. But Kingdom Hearts is pretty much the ultimate power, that it's greater power than the entire multiverse, because it gives the ability to, gives the power of hearts, I guess. It's kind of hard. Like I said, its story is convoluted, but it's not important, alright? Just don't think about it, and it will be fine. If you want to hear the story, just buy the game. It's a lot better than letting me explain it anyway. So, but yes, the importance of it is here to just concentrate, please. Well, anyway, with Sora defeating Xehanort, he's actually gives him the power of the entire multiverse, was probably beyond the entire multiverse, making him multi-universal to a high multiversal in just power scaling, which is a tier barely Goku can touch, and very few versions of Superman, I'm telling you. Wow, even Cosmic Armor Superman struggles to get into this there, and that's like the strongest version of him. So we can already say that Sora is at the power of beings like Goku and Superman, and probably with like 99% of the transformation slash forms as a different multiverse. It's convoluted, alright, but just don't think about it, please. Well, anyway, the story continue with Sora defeating him, blah blah blah, and they say with using power of heart and friendship, and then everyone lives happily ever after, alright, and but that still don't explain our thing. But still, this means that Sora is highly likely multiversal. And even more proof of this is the fact that in the anime reports that I mentioned earlier, it said that hearts have more power than human understanding, and the darkness has ultimate power, light and at the same as the light. In other words, a simple heartless, like this one you can see right here, then has actually enough power to rip guys like Naruto and other shonen protagonists to shreds with minimal effort. Guys, the most basic enemy that you fight at level 1, and the first thing you meet is enough power to already beat Naruto. That's what scale of power we're talking about here. Even more feats for you is the fact that Zeus, like as we said earlier, which is the sky father of everything, got defeated by a couple of titans, and Sora is at his weakest after losing all of his power and being so weak that even Pete, yeah guys, that Pete right there, and just said, like the Joe character said, that they should just finish him off right now, because why not? They are more than strong enough to do that. He's calling her weakling. That Pete right there called this guy a weakling. And Sora still, right after this, ended up defeating the Titans that was able to imprison the god of the entire universe. That's very insane. And when it comes to speed, it's not really all that different. Sora's even best speed feats is the fact that he can move in the realm of darkness. And if you haven't played the game, like you probably haven't, you're probably thinking, alright, what's so impressive with that? Well, the impressive thing is that the realm of darkness is stated to have no time, and since the speed formula is distance divided by time, that means it's distance divided by 0, and that will make Sora infinite speed, right? Like giving him infinite speed. Well, not quite. Because you see, this distance divided by time formula can also be changed up to distance equals speed multiplied by time. So if we say, for example, that distance is 10 meters, and if then speed is infinite, that means and the time is 0, that could not work. But why? Because even if you have an infinite amount of zeros, it will still just be 0. You can't have any more than that. So everything you multiply by 0 is 0. In other words, if Sora can move in a place where time is not existence, that means he will have a speed that will surpass the entire point and concept of infinity and beyond human understanding. That's how fast this guy is. Holy shit. And guess what? We can take this even further, because even though now we have said that Sora is beyond infinite speed and is multiversal plus in attack potency, we still haven't talked about the maximum potential of him. Because you know that exploit earlier? Well, that's forced with that can only be forged by beings with extra dimensional power or higher dimensional power if you want. But making this guy from probably like multiversal plus or infinite 3-dimensional to higher dimensional forces, meaning that he's on theory guys like Cosmic Armor Superman, the Presence, and Mr. Mixed like some of DC's most overpowered characters in all of fiction. But also, for all of you disagreeers that say that, oh, you're completely misinterpreting the story, it's absolutely nothing, like seriously, Sora is not compatible with guys like Xehanort, he needs his friends to be in that tier. And with that, I say bullshit. Because you see, in Birth by Sleep, Xehanort actually succeeds with creating the X-Blade. But guess what? It gets shattered. By who, you saying? Well, Well, according to the Anthem report, it said that Aqua was starting to shattering the X-Blade with her dealing. So if Aqua, another Keyblade wielder, is able to destroy and start shattering the X-Blade all by herself, I'm pretty sure Sora can. Like, seriously, Sora was able to single-handedly defeat multiple enemies that Aqua could not defeat even while teaming up. Also, even Aqua with the new power of darkness, Sora could still defeat her pretty easily. So, as you understand, Sora is pretty much one of the most overpowered characters in all of fiction. Well, but before we end this video, it's just a few things I want to talk about. Hope you liked this video right here. Please just leave a like if you didn't. Also, in the comments, you can join my Discord server that I will always like. And also, this was, as you can see by the title, this is named Strongest Character, Sora. This does not mean that Sora is the most strongest character in all of fiction, as I've heard it called, that I made it sound like, but no, Sora is not even the strongest probably not even the strongest characters in his own words. It's multiple characters which is stronger than him. But the strongest character, I'm just going to talk about some of the strongest characters in all of fiction, and Sora is one of them. Also, I must talk about guys like Superman and Goku. That would be other times, and Doctor Strange, and no other being guys that is also some of the most overpowered characters in all of fiction. But this is kind of like the first episode. This is going to be, not all of my power scaling is going to be known as strongest character, just the strongest one. Seriously, if I'm going to like power scale Elsa again, I'm probably not going to put her in the strongest characters, because she's strong, but she's not even the strongest Disney princess. Maybe I will redo that video once, but still. Well, as I said, thank you for watching. I'm sorry that I haven't uploaded too much lately, but I've been busy with other things, and bye-bye.